All right, guys. Okay. So, this is where fitness meets politics. Fitness meets politics. So, yes. Hi, everyone. So, I was just on TikTok, and they had gave me a violation on TikTok. So that's why we just came from over TikTok over here. But yes, it's a lot of censorship on TikTok, so I can't say a lot of things. So we just gonna bring it over here. So how my people doing? How everyone doing? Yes. So this is where we're cut. Hey people, hey everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Once I forgot gives me a real yes. Good evening, you all. Hi, as I was watching you all, the White House, amazing. Yes, you all. The White House it was amazing, you all. We had so let me just talk about that before I get to talking about what we was talking about on TikTok. So at the White House, you all, it was just a beautiful experience. It was amazing. We got to go into the White House. We know you can go into every room, and every room, it was nice. It was beautiful. So you go into different rooms, see different rooms in the White House, and the people. It was just beautiful. Everybody was just beautiful. Everybody on one accord. Everybody just black. It was just black excellence. It was totally different from a Democrat. Let me just tell you, a Democrat party. It was totally different. I've been to some Democrat parties, and you're gonna see a lot of stuff that it's gonna be a lot of twerking, a lot of stuff. It's gonna be a bunch of stuff, weird stuff. But over here, it was nice. It was conservative. Everybody was like on one accord. We lift up the name of Jesus there. It was just beautiful. All right. We wasn't talking about God. What God you talking about? It was, one God. You got a Muslim God. You got an Indian who pray to their God, and they doing all. No, it was Jesus Christ. So it was just beautiful. I loved it. The experience was beautiful. And then we got a chance to hear our president talk. And actually, he looks very good in person, you all. He looks slimmer and younger, So we have a great president. I thank God for that. So it was beautiful. CNN was talking big stuff about, yeah. Why you talking? Why is CNN talking about it? Why you have a problem with black people going to see Trump? Why think about it, you all? Why do they have a problem with black people when black people go see Trump? They're really trying to divide us. That's what they got to do because they know if they lose grip on that, it's over. It's over for them. When the black people wake up, it's over for them. They keep trying to push this division. Why do you care? We as black people can do whatever we want to do. You don't dictate to us who we supposed to vote for, who we supposed to be in allegiance with. Who are you to tell us that? So why do they have a problem whenever black people go and see Trump and talk to Trump? Why do they make a big deal out of it? We can do whatever we want to do. We're not a monolith. You don't tell us what we can do and who we supposed to be, who we belong to, who we are loyal to. I mean, see, that right there is the insult right there. Now, see, and that's what pisses me off. Anyway, like I said, they keep that division going. That's how they got us because they keep us divided, white, black. They hate, and the fact that we are coming together, they hate that. But yeah, so it was great. It was it was great. It was beautiful. So that was one thing. That's one thing. And also, so I want to talk about because after that we had did some things, but let me just say this because people are so upset with the black what is that, the colonel, or what's his name? You all, you know, the black guy that just got fired. He was the general or something like that, the colonel or the military. So they want to keep pushing this narrative, you all. They want to keep making it seem like DEI, Trump is getting rid of DEI. He hates because he hates black people. Trump is getting rid of black history and things like that. This is the narrative they keep trying to push on the masses, because they know that you're not going to do no research for yourself. They're going to give you a sound bite, a little clip, and they know you're not going to you're not going to go and look at the whole interview in context so you can see exactly what's being said. They know you're not going to do that, because some of you, they have you hating Trump so much that you don't even want to hear his voice. So if they get you like that, then they got you. So if they can get you brainwashed until you don't even want to think for yourself, until you just don't even want to go here to see, to make sure what you are feeling or thinking or being told to is correct. When they get you to that point, then you gone. That's how they get a lot of people. This is how they get. When people ask me some things, right? Danny, Trump said he getting rid of black history out the schools and out in period. He's erasing black history. First of all, I really just want to just say, you know what? If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. I really do. Because I had people sending me that. Now, this is what I would do. I send them to the White House. And Trump will have land, you know, he'll say exactly what he intended on doing, what he's going to do, and you're gonna see it. Go read. You know what? Or I send him a clip of Trump talking, saying exactly what they're accusing him of, saying like if he's saying that he's gonna get rid of black history. I sent him a clip of Trump clearly saying, I'm not going to get rid of black history. As a matter of fact, black history is so important to this country. He can be saying that in the clip. They'll tell me, I don't even want to hear nothing that man got to say. That man voice, it just irritates me. So you mean to tell me, you send me something saying Trump is going to erase black history, and then I send you a clip of him just explaining to you in his words about black history and what he's going to do with black history, and you can't even listen to the video because you hate him that much? That's what I'm talking about right there. Now ask yourself, why do you hate this man that much that you can't even hear his side of it? That's the problem. Because the media have put so many sound bites. They'll say they asked Trump a question, and then they're take a little clip of the video and they'll put it out there. And you will be so mad at Trump because it looks like they're going to push that narrative, and it looks like the narrative they're trying to push, that's what he's saying. Until you go look at it in context, and then you will say, hold on. Actually, I agree with what he's saying. But they know you're not going to do that. So now they're doing this fear mongering. I had somebody just hit me up. Danny, so you don't believe in DEI. You this and that. No, I don't. I've been saying that. No, I don't. I mean, you don't care. This is what they asked me. Danny, you don't care that Trump is getting rid of DEI. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. And then so they like, why you don't, so you okay with that? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And the reason why I'm okay with that is I keep telling people, DEI didn't benefit us. Never did benefit us. Just like all of these things that they're doing, where they're lumping these people in with us, it benefited us. Everything that was supposed to benefit black people, we have allowed the Democrat Party to hijack it and add everybody else in. Look at affirmative action. Look at the Civil Rights Bill. It was for black descendants of slaves. It was for us. And then we allowed them to revamp it and to put in LGBTQ. This is around in the 60s, LGBTQ, and lump immigrants in with us. We allowed that. We allowed that. So now, since we allowed that, now under everything, under the Civil Rights Act and everything that was for us, it has been the Democrat Party. They hijacked it and put all these people in. So going forward, now you got diversity, equity, and inclusion. Don't get mad because y'all Democrat Party want to include everybody. So they want to include. That's what inclusion means. They include everybody, people of color, illegals. Remember, y'all, the Democrat Party, y'all a party of diversity, equity, and inclusion. So y'all allowed this party to include everybody in our plight. So now you mad black people because now you don't benefit for DEI. No, you let them include everybody in it. Just like affirmative action. That don't benefit us. And the thing about it is on Facebook, I put it out there. I showed the statistics. DEI, white women, Asians, Hispanics, Indians, Hispanics. We were the lowest people it benefited. Then it was blacks. Now, it may not have been in that order, but I know white women was the first one. I think I believe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I believe that, don't quote me on the sequence, but it was white women. I believe Asians were next. I knew it was Hispanics, and then I knew blacks was the last one, 4%, a DEI. So something that was meant for us, affirmative action, civil rights, something that was solely meant for the descendants of slaves, the Civil Rights Act, we allowed them to revamp it and add LGBTQ and immigrants. We allowed that as black people. Like we keep allowing them to do it now. So now, DEI, we don't benefit from it. Actually, DEI was killing us because it allowed people who was not from here to come in and benefit the things that on the jobs and the resources that we were supposed to benefit from. So no, it didn't. Then y'all start including LGBTQ. Now that was an inclusion. Now you had to make sure that when they on the job, you can't mispronounce them pronouns. You'll get fired. Mess around and call a man a he or she, or she or he. Mess around, do that. That's your job. Whether you black or whatever. So you all allowed them to take and hijack this movement. Don't get mad at me because I'm just letting you know that y'all dumb for doing it. Y'all black people, y'all dumb for allowing it. You think the Jews gonna allow them to hijack the Holocaust? You bet not lump nobody else plight with the Jewish Holocaust. You bet not do it. And I bet you're not going to find one black congressperson, one black mayor, one black senator. You will never see one black man in power. Whenever they're referring to anybody plight, you will never, ever hear them reference somebody else's plight to the Jewish Holocaust. You ain't gonna never see it. But what they will do is reference LGBT plight because they so oppressed, because they so they're so endangered. They're all of this. They're gonna say it's just like they're gonna lump it in and reference them just like the blacks was in slavery, and just like we was oppressed, the LGBT is oppressed. So we need to fight. They need the rights that descendants of slaves have. That's what they're going to do. How is it that LGBT, that's a choice. You're choosing that. You're choosing to sleep with who you want to sleep with, the same sex in bed. That's your choice. We didn't choose slavery. We didn't choose to come in and our families get murdered, take our kids, sell us, rape us, kill our man in front of us, kill the kids in front of us. We didn't choose that. So how dare you reference LGBTQ or illegal, they plight to our slavery. But you all allowed that. The Democrat Party, your party did that. Your party lumped that in. Trump keep trying to tell you all, thank you so much. John Q. Public. John, he said President Trump is fighting for a Second Amendment. Thank you. Constitutional rights to keep and bear arms for we the people. Exactly. Trump keep telling y'all they trying to take the 14th Amendment that was strictly for the descendants of slaves, and now the illegals are trying to hijack that. And your Democrat Party is fighting for them to hijack that. Trump clearly trying to tell y'all black people, listen, black people, this is solely for the descendants of slaves. This what the 14th Amendment of bill is for. They're trying to lump illegals into your plight. Guess what? We mad at Trump. We mad at him. So we not even fighting them, the Democrat Party, from doing that, because we mad at him. Because we have allowed them to take our eyes off what's really important. Now we over here. We distracted over here. And they finna lump these illegals in with our 14th Amendment. Been doing it. And you got a president telling us, no, they not supposed, hey, look what they're doing. No, that's not what is the 14th Amendment is for. So this is so y'all don't get mad because I'm telling you all the truth. I know it hurts, but that's the truth. DEI didn't benefit us. Y'all let them hijack that a long time ago. Affirmative action, you all let them hijack that a long time ago. And further and further it went along, we were pushed down further and further to the point right now where they were going to try to lump illegals into the DEI. So now we're not just competing with white women, Asians, Indians, Hispanics. We're not just people of color. We're not just competing with them. You thought you was going to bring illegals over here, Venezuelans, Guatemalans. You thought you was going to bring them over here, lump them into DEI, and then it was going to be all of them Hispanics, Venezuelans, and then blacks that benefited. That's what they thought. And y'all mad because we didn't allow it, and we said no. Okay, get rid of the whole thing. Let's get rid of the whole thing then. If we have to be the ones, if we don't benefit from it, let's get it clear. Black people don't benefit from it. So if we don't benefit from it, we doggone sure are not going to allow somebody else to use that plight to benefit from it. Then, yeah, take that away. And y'all mad because who gonna be messed up by that? White women, Hispanics, illegals. Those the ones who gonna be. That's gonna hurt them. Asians. It's not gonna hurt us because we didn't benefit from it. And that's funny because. And it's funny because when you say that, all they want to do is make you look, oh my God, this and that. Black history. It's funny to me how people keep scaring and that's why sometimes some things I just really just be like, if I really want to say if that's what you believe, then that's what you believe. I really do. Trump is not getting rid of Black history. How is he getting rid of Black history when he just did on the White House thing? He just and this is why he did that. Because the fear mongers out there, Trump is getting rid of Black history. Trump is taking Black history. So Trump had to go put on the White House site that not only am I not getting rid of Black history, I'm declaring Black History Month a national holiday where everybody has to acknowledge it. And he specifically said schools, businesses, bosses, everybody had to acknowledge the Black History Month. This is what's on his White House post. I posted it on Facebook because everybody was in there. Oh my God, Trump getting rid of Black history. He trying to get rid of Black history. Clearly on the White House, why did he have to make that post? He had to make that post from the White House site to say, President Trump, the President of the United States, proclaim February the 1st to the 28th as Black History Month. I proclaim it to be a national holiday. Therefore, everybody has to acknowledge Black History Month. And then he put schools, teachers, this and that. Do that sound like somebody who getting rid of DEI out the schools? I mean, Black History out the schools and stuff. It clearly said in there teachers, schools, jobs, businesses. Clearly said it. But don't nobody want to read it because it came from President Trump. Don't nobody, they rather go run with the lie than look at and read the truth. So he clearly said that. Now, people, oh, he trying to take Black history at school. Now, with that being said, that's a lie, but you got to let people do what they do. I'm serious. I'm done with arguing with people who can just go look at something, but they refuse to because they hate somebody so bad. They refuse to just learn something. So that means at this point, you're choosing to be ignorant. You're choosing ignorance for your hate for this person that somebody told you to hate on. You don't even know why you hate the man. You're choosing ignorance over just going and just seeing for yourself, just to make sure that am I being told the truth. So if that's why you feel, then you deserve to be whatever happens. Be scared all day long. Be fear-mongered to death. I don't care. Deal with it. So that's where I'm at. Then you have people. So, and then my thing was this, you all. This is what the question I really wanted to ask and wanted answered. Let's just say he was. Let's just say Trump said, I'm getting rid of, I want all Black history out. Okay. If he said that, is that going to stop you from teaching your kid about their Black history? A white man telling you that he's going to, that Black history, I'm counseling Black history. Black History Month, Black History, whatever. A white man telling you he counseling that. And the teachers can't teach about it. You got a white man saying that. If he did do that, would you stop teaching your Black kids Black history? Oh God. So would you say, oh God, this white man told me he banned Black history out the school. Oh God, my kid ain't gonna know nothing about Black history. Oh my God, this is terrible. Is that what you gonna do? I just want to know. What's up? Or are you going to be, or are you going to say, okay, but my kid going to learn Black history because I'm going to teach my kid Black history the way it is. Because like I said, when I was doing Black History Month in school, all they did is showed us Black movies, roots movies, Black, and all they did is piss me off. Thank you, John Q. He said, vote red and get rid of J.B. Prisker and Brandon Johnson. Yes. Thank you for the super chat. Yes. So, would that stop me from teaching my kid about his history and Black history? Heck no. And I'm going to teach you on however I want to. Like I said, when we was in school, all we saw was Black movies, roots movies, and it pissed me off. I wanted to go smack a white person. That's what it made me do. Seriously. When I looked at these movies that they showed us in school, and I wanted to, and I said, I wanted, it made me mad at every white person. I looked at every white person as being prejudiced. I can stand none of them. That's what it made me. So, yes, maybe we do need to teach our kids Black history the right way. Maybe we do. But if a white man told you that he was getting rid of, would you stop teaching your kid that Black history? Would you stop teaching your kid about their about what they ancestors went through? That's what I really wanted to know, because if that's something that you're going to do, then we're in a really, really bad place as Black people. Ain't nobody going to tell me when to teach my kid Black history, how to teach my kid Black history, and when I can. Because I don't even feel like Black history, I mean, we just for a month. No. We need to teach our kids, period. So I teach my kids, period. It ain't just dedicated to a month and I'm going to say, oh, I'm going to make sure my kid know their Black history. That's how brainwashed we are. That's how crazy we think. That's the problem. So all that fear mongering that Oh my God, he's gonna take black. Come on, come on. And the fact, let's talk about this. And the fact that now they talking about Doge is coming in, right, y'all? Doge coming in. Doge is doing everything we asked him to do and everything we mandated Trump to do. Because on Trump campaign trail, he told us he was going to drain the swamp, that he was going to be transparent, and he was going to audit these departments, and he was going to get rid of all that fat and everything. He told us that. And we're getting exactly what we asked for. And we love it. See, we knew Agenda 47. While they were talking about Project 2025, we kept telling people who hated Trump, just go on Trump website. His website is Agenda 47. And everything he lay out, what he's going to do and how he's going to implement it. At some point in the beginning, he had videos where he would talk about it. It'd be getting rid of the Department of Education, and then he'd have a video where he'd talk about why he's going to get rid, how he was going to do it, and why he was going to do it. So at some point, he had videos. So I keep telling people, we're not surprised. We're getting everything that we voted for. We saw we saw for Agenda 47. We knew it wasn't Project 2025. We told you all to go look at Agenda 47, but you all were so mad at Trump and you didn't want to read nothing that man had to say, and you didn't want to see nothing that man had to say, so you don't even know what's going on. So now they fear-mongering you to death, and y'all so scared, everybody's scared, and Black History, he getting rid of Black History, oh my God, he want to fire all the black people, oh my God. Look how stupid we look. The hate ran deep. Yes, stop talking a side of the same coin. So let's say Trump bringing Jim Crow back. These people stupid. Trump ain't standing up to bow down to the Russians. Listen, they get the money, girl. I ain't mad at you. Just, I'm not getting paid. I'm broke as I ever been. Talking about get the money. I'm broke as I ever been. When I was a Democrat, when I was riding and selling my people out, I was making money. Now that I'm trying to tell the truth, I'm broke as I ever been. So, no, I ain't getting paid. Nothing. So, yeah. So, no. That's where you're wrong. That's how crazy people are. So, yeah. So all I'm saying is that's what's happening. That's what's going on. This is the fear mongering. Now, I'm getting ready to give you a perfect example so you all can see it clearly. Please like the video. Like and share the video for me, you all. Please like and share the video. Hold on. Let me say something to this stupid person. Standing 3404. Yes, you are. Stop the game. Let me tell this stupid person something, because I know y'all. So I know you too dumb to understand when people trying to make a difference. When I keep saying, when I'm telling you, because see, I don't have no reason to lie to you. I don't know you. You are really insignificant to me. When I say I'm not getting paid and I'm the brokest I ever been, because I'm fighting this fight, and I'm in a whole blue city, ran for Democrat from top to bottom, with black people all around, with black people that vote blue no matter who. So what you think is going to happen? You think you think they love me? Or you think they hate me? Which one? That's how this is why you don't critical think. Now, if I was in a red state, they'll love me. Business will be booming. Everybody will be loving me. Everything. I'm in a deep blue state. When I say I'm the brokest I ever been, yeah, but I'm fighting for what I believe in. I'm fighting for people. I'm fighting for my community. So the money don't matter. It's a bigger. It's something bigger. I didn't get a mandate from man. I got a mandate from God, and I got to do what I got to do. Whether I'm broke and don't have nothing, I gotta do what he tell me to do, and that's all that matters to me. That's how come you don't. That's why I know that you can't understand that concept. So I understand. Keep it moving. So like I was saying, perfect example. Let me block this person. So let me say this. Yeah, let me say this. Let me give you a clear uh let me tell you what's going on. So now, okay, imagine this is what's happening with Doge. Okay, so you got all these people trying to fearmonger you, talking about Doge. Elon Musk is getting rid of black people. He firing black people. He's firing people. DEI hires. He firing and all the black people he firing and this and that. Which he's firing a lot of white people, but black people, race hustlers want to just push. Point out the black people. They don't care about all the other millions of white people, all the other thousands of white people that's getting fired. They're gonna make sure they show the media gonna make sure they show you the black people that's being fired. So we got Doge coming in, doing everything we asking him, cutting the fat, getting rid of the jobs that from the people who wasn't doing nothing, getting rid of the jobs that people was just there collecting a check, getting rid of the jobs because mind you all, we pay those seats and those positions that they had, the federal people that's working in the federal government, we're paying their salary. They don't just, the government is not paying their salary, the taxpayers are. So how many seats that's in there, that's coming from us, you all. That's coming from our blood, sweat, and tears. They are getting paid from us. So imagine all of these people that's just taking advantage of the system. Those jobs, some of them don't even come to those jobs. We're talking about people like that. Some of those people don't come to those jobs. Some of those people just in jobs because they looking out for the Democrat Party friends. And so now they gonna make sure you got a job sitting somewhere and you not doing nothing, a sweet cushion job. Those jobs like that. Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about things like that our tax dollars are being paid on. So now you got Doge to come in and say, hey, what are you doing here? What's going on? Okay, this don't even make sense for you to even have this position. Okay, you got to go. Blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, you all think about it. You got when you got a place, it's like that's so corrupt and it goes so deep. At some point, you just got to fire everybody. You have to fire everybody, and then it'll be easier to fire everybody and then bring back the people when you say, okay, this person's job is needed and this person was good at their job. We're looking at, okay, this person did their job well. This position is needed. Okay, Sally, you can come back to your position. Okay, let's see this job. Okay, Henry, was Henry's job. Henry was doing terrible on his job. Henry didn't even show up half of the time. Henry could stay gone, but we need somebody for this position. Sally was great at her position. So Sally, we need you to be director over this. Okay, now the next position. That's what it should be. Fire everybody and then let's go over it and bring back the good people who were doing their job well and bring back the people who the jobs are just needed. That's cutting the fat. That's having people in positions that are good at what they're doing. And it's making sure that our tax dollar is not being wasted. That's called a good steward over the money, over the people that you're over. That's what it's called, being a good steward and govern over the taxpayer money. That's what that's called. But you have people who don't understand that concept. So they want to cry about everything Elon doing when he's showing us that he is saving us so much money, to the fact that, yeah, and when we save all this money, we're going to get it to taxpayer. We should get a taxpayer back some of this money that was stolen from them or was just wasted because it's their money. So we should give them a percentage about their money back, and we can use the rest to pay down the deficit that we have, and then we can get that, and then we can start with that being done. Now everything will go down because inflation comes from government spending money that they don't have, government printing money that they don't have. That's where inflation comes from. So we have less government spending. If we had less, which is those jobs that Elon cutting, if we had less uh, government spending and we have less money being printed and the money that's coming in is being distributed righteously and where it's supposed to go, then you will have money to give the taxpayer back. I mean, the taxpayer a good tax break and get on what Trump is trying to do, give us the highest tax break ever. Then you will have money to do that because you're not stealing money. You didn't cleaned house, and now you only have the government jobs that are needed to function, and all that trillions of dollars that was being spent. Now we can make America great again. Now we can give the taxpayer back their money. They don't have to pay so much taxes on these Democrat and Republicans, because we got a lot of rhinos, Republicans that was stealing too, and all that money that was going in their pocket, and they was stealing our money, Jasmine Crockett, Nancy Pelosi, all of them, then they had to stop they piggy bank too. That's going to save us a whole lot of money. So we're the people who voted for Trump, we are very clear why we voted for him, and we're happy that we voted for him. We're great with it. So now people are fear-mongering you all to death. Why? When they seeing the black people getting fired, and then you got the black people coming, oh my God, this is my salary. This is what we made to feed my family, blah, blah, blah. That's what it looks like. Okay. And the media is picking that up. They up there, oh, Elon Musk, a billionaire, and he's firing all these people, and that's their livelihood, and how they're gonna feed their family, and this and that, and trying to make you mad, trying to make you feel sorry for these people that were getting paid big dollars and not doing anything. Big dollars of our money. So they want you to feel bad. Now, that's what they're doing. Now, let's flip it. Let's flip it. This is what it looks like, and I'm gonna give you a comparison so you all can just see it clear as day. So imagine this. Imagine that, let me see something. Let's see. Okay. Right, shut it down. Yeah. Yeah, so, okay, so imagine, I just want to see, make sure everybody acting crazy. I see it. So imagine, now, let's do this. Imagine, now you all see that we're asking D.O.G.E to come to Chicago, right? You see that we're asking D.O.G.E to do a forensic audit, right? You see, we steady asking that, right? Now, let me give you a comparison of what it looks like and what the Democrat machine in Chicago. This is how we're known as the most corrupt city in America. Chicago. Now, Democrats have been running Chicago since 31, about 1931, 33, one of them. Listen how they've been stealing your money. How they've been stealing our property, black people property and people property. How they've been stealing our tax dollars. How they've been funding and laundering money through a bunch of programs and different programs. Let me tell you, they've been doing that for a very long time. Now, think about it. You have the deeds department. This is how it's like a big, I'm just talking about Chicago. You got the big Democrat machine. Think about the Democrat machine, because ain't no Republicans in Chicago. So you got the whole Democrat machine. Now, this is what the Democrat machine do. This is how they stay in power. This is how they keep the laundering of money going. This is how they keep the corruption going. Because this is what happens. You got Democrats. They put their people. That's why half of those people that are in these positions are getting raises, are steady getting paid high money, and then some of them holding 3 jobs. Some of them are aldermen, treasurer, and this and that. Some of them just, this is how they do it. Let's just say we got a family of 10. But we need the corruption going, and you going to be on code of everything we need to do to keep the corruption going. So you on code. So one of the persons I'm going to put in the deeds department, the records, deeds and records, because that's going to make sure that when we steal these people property, when we take these people property, you got deeds, right? You're going to make sure that city of Chicago sign those deeds, and this is going to be the city of Chicago deeds. You're going to make sure that when we steal these people property, that we put a deed in that says the city of Chicago. We're going to forge a deed, make up a deed, and then forge the signature of city of Chicago. So you have to have somebody who in cahoots to do that. Because if you get somebody who said, no, I'm not gonna do this, this ain't cool, we can't just do this, then you can't have that. So it has to be somebody that's on code with that. So now we got people at 10, right? We put one of them in the deeds department. Okay, that's on lock. Now we get another person who we need to be on code, treasurer. So now we're gonna put somebody in position for the treasurer who on code, and we're gonna tell them, hey, your salary gonna be about 250,000. We're gonna take care of you, but we need you when we take these deeds, when we still taking these deeds, that it's gonna look like that somebody paid a little 100,000 for it. We need that. We need you to make sure that you act like somebody paid 100,000, whoever they put that name on that deed. Okay, so now you got your people in the treasurer. We got the people in the deeds department. Now you got the people in zoning, because remember, you got to be zoned a certain way. How are they going to do it? So now you got to put your people in zoning. So now your people in zoning on code, because you gave them the job and they getting paid, and so they on code. So however you need them to move, you got to zone something out, zone something. You got your person on code with that. Now you got a person, Winkle, the Cook County president. She over all of that. She the oversight, so she on code, period. She getting paid and it's happening. She know it's happening. So you already got like what? 4 people that's on code, getting everything locked down. So when you do it, can't nobody go get no help from nowhere. Now let's talk about it. Now you got your aldermans. All of them on code. Most of them on code because they bought and paid for. Look how they selling us out. Look how they've been voting. Look what they're doing. A lot of them selling, because Irvin, his wife is a treasurer. He's an alderman. His wife the treasurer. They had like 2 jobs up in there. She a treasurer and something else. His wife. You see what I'm saying? Some of them holding 2 positions, half positions in these places. So you got your aldermen all on code. Now think about it. Your mayor. You got your mayor on code. So your mayor is on code to whatever we need done. We put everybody in place to get everything we need done. The corruption, to keep the corruption going, to steal people homes, to not get where people can't get no justice. With everybody in place strategically. Ain't nobody in place who gonna say, hold on, this not right. I can't do this. No, everybody bought and paid for in these positions to keep the corruption going. I'm talking about Chicago. Go there with me. Now you have your judges, all them Democrats. You got your lawyers, all them Democrats. They all on code. They being put in these positions. So now you go in there and say, hey, they stole my property. They did this. You go to a judge. First of all, a lawyer ain't going to touch it, because the lawyer is not going to sue the city of Chicago unless it's a cop unless it's a cop who killed the black person. That's the only way a lawyer going to take the case. And he going to be someone like Ben Crump or somebody just to get money. Other than that, a lawyer in Chicago is not, and they want a career, and they trying to have a career, they not going to commit career suicide by taking your case and then suing Chicago for the houses that they've been stealing, because once they do that and win, it's going to open up the floodgates of how many other properties they done stole, because all them people that's coming up there saying that they stole, the city of Chicago stole their houses, the elderly people, the black people, black old elderly people that's complaining that the city of Chicago been stealing their property, then that means that's going to open up the doorway for them to come in and get their lawsuit. So they are not going to open up that can of worms. So you got the lawyer on code. They all Democrats. And then you got the judges on code. So now you cannot get help nowhere you go in that ring. It's a ring, y'all. It's a corrupt ring. And you can't get help from the lawyers to the judge to the Cook County president to the state's attorney, Democrat. You can't get no help because they didn't strategically put everybody in place to make sure that you would never get help, that you're going to be boxed out. Then let's talk about the federal level. When Kamala and Biden was in office, which was Democrat, you can't go to the federal level for no help because they all Democrats up there. So where you going to go? Where you going to go to get any type of help? In Chicago. I'm talking about Chicago. Because Zoe, she went through all the channels. She went through all the channels. Zoe, not only do Zoe, that they stole her mother property, knocked it down, didn't pay her, they forged the deed, and they had they name on it. And Zoe, they're suing because they saying, hold on, how's that the deed that y'all had? That's a fraudulent deed. And guess what? You know why it's a fraudulent deed? Because they never expected. They think black people are so stupid, and black people usually don't have their stuff in a trust. We're not taught that, to put everything like our buildings and things like that in a trust. Our assets, we're not taught that. So they never thought that because they've been stealing people property for so long, black elderly people, so they don't even know how to fight. It's usually black elderly, like they're in their 80s, 70 and stuff like that. So if they home is paid for, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to fight. They don't know. So they've been doing it. So, but now you got a black person, Zoe, her mother and stuff. But see, they never expected that they had their stuff in a trust. She had her deed in a trust. So when they tried to do that fraudulent deed and steal the property, then she said, hold on, how is that the deed and y'all city of Chicago saying that was y'all property when I got the deed right here and go in the trust and find the original deed and her mama name and everything is on there? They can't take that. They don't want that case to come out because if she win that case, then that's going to open up the floodgates for all the other fraudulent deeds they didn't did and how they didn't stole people property. So y'all see look at the machine going. Look at the machine that's happening. So now, then let's talk about the money they still stole with the illegals. All the money they stole and from Favorite Staffing, Cass's. Remember we did a live. Favorite Staffing Company, they giving those, they was paying $7,000 a day for, $7 million a day for these illegals. One janitor getting $30,000 a week or a month. It was the nurses getting $100,000 for a month. Remember that? Remember I showed y'all that? So we're not talking about all the money they've been laundering through these companies. Who are those people? How you getting paid $70 million a day for housing illegals, and your janitorial services is getting $30,000 for, I think it was a week or a month, and your nurses are getting $100,000 in a week or something like that. I did the video. How's that happening? Tell me that's not laundering money. Y'all following money here. So now think about it. Keep with me. So now we're calling D.O.G.E. Now you spent our money with these illegals. You stole a lot of our money, and you drained the COVID fund. Now you drained the COVID fund, and we're in a $1 billion deficit. Now you're trying to get a loan for, 83 million, and we'll be $2 trillion or something in debt. So he'll be long gone. Brandon Johnson be long gone, and your kids will still be paying for that debt. He's trying to get that he's trying to get. You want an $830 million loan. You want to get a loan, and in the end, you be coming off paying $2 trillion. At the end of that loan cycle, and 19 years of that is just going to be, what did they say, the 19 years is just going to be the interest. So that's not even going to be so the 19 years, for 19 years you just paying off the interest. So Brandon Johnson is going to be loaned out of office, and we're going to be stuck paying for that loan and our kids. And this is what your aldermen are on trying to vote on now. So with that being said, so you're being taxed all of this while they stealing all this money. It's a big old ring. You can't get no help. They miss black people. They're taking you out of your neighborhoods, displacing you out of your neighborhoods, allowing illegals to flood your neighborhood. This coming in, committing all type of crimes in your neighborhoods. They're allowing them to come in to sell things on the street, set up restaurants all in your neighborhood where you pay your property taxes on. Now the value of your house going down. You can't even get what you want for your house because you got illegals, restaurants on every corner. They are all around. Then in your apartment buildings, you got illegals because the landlord's not even written to you as a American citizen because they get more for illegals. So you just pushed out your neighborhood all the way around in the black neighborhood. You have no help, and the black mayor is looking at you saying, get out of my face. And not only do you get out of my face, I'm going to spend your money and double down in protecting these illegals. Everybody Democrats. So now, think about it. So now we the citizens we need some type of help because I told you can't get no help in this Democratic ring. It's a machine. They didn't place people strategically in these places to make sure you don't get that help. And they all on cold because they all getting paid. So now you have that going. You can't get no help. And you see the corruption. And you as a citizen said, look, now we finally have a president who's going to listen to us, who's not listening to the crooked politicians. He's listening to the people, and he's giving the people what they asked for. He's listening directly to the people. And the people are saying, DOGE, we need you to come here, forensic audit. Trump, they're stealing our money. We need you here. This is what they're doing. Now, Trump could be like this. Why y'all calling for me now? Y'all didn't vote for me. Y'all vote blue no matter who. All y'all gonna do is if I come and help y'all, all y'all gonna do is vote somebody else in, another Democrat that's worse than this one, just like y'all did with Lori. He could have that attitude. All y'all gonna do is y'all hate me. Y'all just keep voting blue. It's y'all fault that y'all in this. Don't call for me for help. Y'all hate me. Y'all don't even want to vote for me. Why y'all calling me for help? Y'all voted these people in office. Y'all keep voting blue no matter who. That's what Trump could be like. Y'all keep voting blue for no matter who. I can help y'all now. All y'all gonna do is vote the same people back in. He can have that demeanor. But no, what he's doing. Thank you, John. Conservatives are not the enemy. The left are exactly. But what is Trump doing? Even though Chicago is a deep blue state, even though Chicago vote blue no matter who, majority of the citizens, majority of the time, what Trump do? Listening to us, listening to the people, listen to us, to our cry, saying, hey, Trump, we need you to come down here because these people are stealing our money. They doing us dirty. Look, these black faces. It ain't white people crying out to Trump to help Chicago. It ain't white people crying out to him. So if he's so racist and so prejudiced, we vote blue no matter who. This is a Democrat state. We, the black people, are crying out, Trump, we need you to come here and do this. We need you to come. We need you to come and get these illegals out. What did he say? What did he send Tom Homan? What Tom Homan say? I'm gonna start with Chicago. What did we say when we said, Trump, we need you to do a forensic audit? Trump, we need a forensic audit here. We need DOGE to come in here. We need an investigation. What did Pam Bundy do as soon as she got in office? Said, I'm starting with Chicago. We're getting ready to investigate Chicago. Now, we black people. Trump hate black people. He could have just allowed us to be messed up. He ain't got to do what he doing. But he's listening to the citizens. He's listening to the black people. The one that y'all say hate black people. It's a white man listening to the black citizens tell him that these black people are selling them out, that they need help with these black people. So think about it. Now D.O.G.E come in to Chicago. Now D.O.G.E come into Chicago and D.O.G.E fire everybody. Because he gonna have that's if he comes to Chicago, that's what he gonna have to do. I just told you they hire everybody in these positions who's selling us out, who been corrupt, and everybody in these positions know what everybody is doing. They a part of it. So now D.O.G.E come in, Elon Musk and them come in and say and clean house and fire everybody. Guess what, y'all? You're gonna see a whole bunch of black faces. Probably if not all black faces are going to be fired. Because if he got to come to Chicago, I told you how corrupt they are. I told you the aldermen down to the people in these positions, all in City Hall with these records, all of them corrupt. So he gonna have to clean house like D.O.G.E have to do on the federal level while people crying and complaining, talk about he firing everybody. Think about it. That's just on the federal level. If he come to Chicago, he's going to have to fire all of these people. And guess what? They all black. And guess what the media going to do? D.O.G.E came to Chicago and he's firing innocent black people because they black. Not because they're thieves, not because they've been corrupt for a long time, not because the black citizens asked D.O.G.E to come in and help them, not because they're crooks and they're stealing our money. They ain't gonna tell you that. They're gonna have them in front of the camera, and those black people that been stealing money, who've been selling us out, who've been strategically put in these places to keep the corruption going, they're going to get on the news and say, oh my God, Trump is just the worst person ever. I'm a black woman I have black kids and I'm trying to feed my black family and Trump is just taking my livelihood. He's such a bad man. And you're going to have black faces after the other faces coming on TV the news talking about how Trump fired them and how Elon came in and how he did them dirty and how he's so racist and how he only doing this because they black. This is the fool. This is how the media fools you. This is what they're doing. This is how it goes, you all. They're not going to tell you that we, the taxpayer citizens, asked for this and that Trump is listening to the citizens, that they've been oppressing, that they've been stealing our money, that we've been saying they're pushing us out of our homes, our neighborhoods. These people are killing us. They're not going to show you that. They just going to show you some black faces who got fired justifiably, and they're going to tell you that Trump is a racist. Just like they doing in the federal level. When he fire black people, they tell you he's racist. No, he not. He doing what he needs to be done. Just like if he comes to Chicago, it's going to be a bunch of black faces that's going to be fired. And they're going to be crying, talking about Trump racist, and they can't feed their families. They're not going to tell you how they was stealing money and how they was strategically put in that position and how they was bought and paid for and how they've been selling out their community for a very long time. They're not going to tell you that side. I'm going to tell you that. I'm here to tell you that side. So when you see D.O.G.E come to Chicago, or you see D.O.G.E clean the house on the federal level, and you see these people crying about it, just know, just take that comparison that what if they came to Chicago, what it would look like. A bunch of black people going to be out of a job. And guess what? We're going to be here for it. We're going to be like, oh, well, get in the public aid line. Get in that public aid line and hold on. You ain't gonna be able to get into the line because the line is full of illegals. You got to stand in that line for 5 days because the line is out the corner and the line is filled with illegals. Oh, so you ain't gonna be able to get no help. Yeah, you got fired, but you ain't gonna be able to get another job. You can't. So if you need some assistance real quick because you need to feed your family, hey, you got to stand in that line, that long line. But hey, the illegals come first. So you got to stand in that line for 5 days because the line is around the corner. We're filled with illegals. So get in the back of the line, black treasurer that used to be over the treasurer. You get your black butt in that line and wait for the assistance, and they only give you $25 in stamps. I'm telling you. So when you had people saying that garbage about what Trump, how bad he is, he racist and all that, imagine how it's gonna look when he comes to Chicago. Oh, he gonna be so racist because it's gonna be so many black people fired. All you gonna have is black faces. I want to say it's gonna be a whole lot of them, and I'm here for it. And the media gonna cry racist, and they gonna cry and cry and cry, and all the while we know why. We know we ain't falling for that garbage. So they gonna say, Danny, you got a problem? Danny, you okay with 200 black people getting with their job being lost? Danny, you okay with him firing 500 black people in Chicago, and they can't feed their families and stuff? You okay with that? Yes. And then they're going to make me out to be the bad person. Because I say yes. They're going to make me out to be the bad person. But in hindsight, I'm seeing why they doing it. Why Trump had to do it. And we asked him to do it. And now not only am I so happy that Trump is listening to the people, then my allegiance is going to be to Trump. Because he's doing what we need him to do. So when I double down and say, after they going to say, Daddy, you okay with 500 black people being fired? And I say, okay. And then I say, and that's my president. I love my president, President Trump. Then they going to be mad. Oh my God, you love this racist? You happy that this racist and came in and fired 500 black people and they had a job? Oh my God, you the worst black person ever. You a sellout, you a coon. Oh, I'm gonna be all type of names. And don't know that we fighting for you. These people been selling you out. That's why your community's like that. That's why your kids dead on the street. That's why your kids can't grow up and grow up in safe neighborhoods. That's why you almost was displaced with all these illegals. You don't even understand that. We're fighting for you. You don't even understand that if we didn't do what we did, that you wouldn't even be here to even argue with me or be mad at me. So I just be like, whatever. It is what it is. So yeah, free. Yeah. So same. Yup. So that's why I say it's almost and then like I said, with the Black history, let me say this in schools. Let me just say this because I just thought about this. We allow them to lump Black history. Let me hear anxious as Isaiah said, I can you check out Project 2025 tracker. You check out, okay, but maybe she's saying, can you check out Project 2025 tracker? I don't, Project 2025 tracker, I don't know. But like I said, I don't know, understand what you're saying. But like I was saying, thank you for the super chat. But like I was saying, so we allow them to do that, to lump that. So this is how they are trying to do it, like in Florida. When Florida was talking about getting rid of Black history out of the schools, what they were saying is the reason why they had a case and the reason why what they were saying is the reason why they were want to get Black history out of the schools, where they noticed it was bringing division against the white and the black kids. Like they would be friends, but then when you start teaching about Black history, either the black kid got mad at the white kid, or the white kid started getting a inferior a superior complex, and then they'll start treating the black kid like they own them, or that the black kid would be mad, and now they were mad at the white kid and want to fight him. So they said it was bringing division. That's what they said they saw in the schools when they were with the Black history thing. They also said that the parents also said that they wanted to, because what happened is with Black history, Under that umbrella, like I keep saying, we allowed the Democrat Party to lump all these people into our slavery plight. We allowed that during the civil rights bill. Remember, the civil rights was for us. We allowed them to lump in the LGBTQ and the immigrants back in the 60s. We allowed this, black people. So because LGBTQ people think they oppress, and because they think that they history and they have history and things like that, LGBT, we allowed them to hijack it, and now they want to push it into the schools. Well, you got black history in the schools. We want LGBT history. We want the kids to know about us and where they came from, and transgender. It was all transgender always been around, and transgender didn't just start right here. They trying to say transgender was back in the biblical days. This is what the LGBTQ is fighting. So now you have them saying that because we allowed them to lump their plight with slavery, we allowed that. Black people allowed that. Jews are not going to allow nobody to lump their stuff with Holocaust, but we allowed the Democrat Party to do diversity, equity, and inclusion, and we allowed them to include the LGBTQ under that plight. The LGBTQ talking about they were oppressed and they got rights, and the kids need to know that transgender's been around. They need to know their history, because transgender kids need to know their history. So they want to come. They want their history to be taught. They want they want to be acknowledged. And because they tried to hijack the black history and that, and now it was like, okay, they have some legit foundation because we allow them to lump it in. So if we allow black history, we might have to allow LGBTQ history and all that to come in. And then now you got Satan. Now they want Satan Club. Now you got Satan who want to say that Satan was a angel, a light, and Satan was this. So now you want to be able to lump Satan history or after school programs for Satan. So it wasn't going to stop. We allowed that inclusion under that umbrella. So now everybody trying to include themselves under the black plight, and we allowed that. Under the slavery plight, everybody tried to lump their stuff in. So this is the argument that they have in Florida. So the parents like, we got to take everything out. We got to take everything out, because we can't allow this and then allow that. Because if we allow that, then they have a right. Just like, think about it. Just like in the schools, I told you it was a Satan club. It was a Satan club in the schools. How did they allow them to get in there? Because they said under religion, they can do that. If we can say Jesus, and if it's in the schools, if people can have Muslims and stuff in the school, then they should be able to have a Satan, because Satan is a religion. They practice Satanism. So why you can't? It's discrimination. That's what they said. It's discrimination to allow the Jewish people to Muhammad and Jews to be able to come and pray at a certain time. They can come to the school and do all of this. People can say they're Christian. People can do this, and they can't say they with Satan school. The temple of Satan. They can't. They don't have that right. So when you looked at it, you gotta allow it. You gotta allow it. That's what I'm saying. Where does it stop? So they had an after-school program for the Temple of Satan, and kids were going. Parents were dropping their kids off. I can't remember. Where was it at? South Carolina, one of them. Not South Carolina, one of them places. And kids were dropping their kids off at the after-school program for Satan at the Temple of Satan in the school. And they said it was discrimination if they wasn't allowed to have theirs, because they have made Satanism a religion, and they had to allow it. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. Where does it stop? So that's the argument in Florida with the parents. Because we allowed them to lump all this stuff in with us. Now their argument is, okay, LGBTQ want to come in and hijack the Black history and the slavery, and they want to include their stuff in about how oppressed they was and how it was transgenders and stuff back in the days and stuff like that. They history. Now, if you allow Black history, how you can't allow their history? Because we acknowledge them. Obama that made it where we had to acknowledge these people. Obama had made it where I'm talking about why the Biden and Harris, because Florida was their fight. They was fighting this before Trump got into office. So this now we got Democrats in office. So the Biden and Harris doubling down on all the gay rights and all the gay what they said that they have rights and they need that. You saw how hard they went for the gay community. They was giving us, they made us accept them and we didn't want to. Thank you, thank you, FB Queen. Hey boo. Thank you for the super chat. So you see how they was going hard for them, still going hard for them. So they was allowing that. So think about it. If the LGBT telling you, well, if you allowing Black history, why you can't allow our history? The White House has acknowledged this. Obama has signed all their laws into law, all their rights into laws, and gave them. So if this is allowed, if we are known as, we got laws, protected people, we got crime, we are, why we can't teach our history to the kids? So what you gonna tell them? No? But you teaching Black history. You teaching the Holocaust. You teaching what the Jews went through. You teaching that in school. But we can't get our stuff in. And they said it was discrimination. So now you got to either take one out or take them all out. Because we allowed these people to hijack our plight, and that's what it is. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So y'all mad at the wrong person. You need to be mad at the Democrats for lumping these people in with us. That's who you need to be mad at. Trump ain't said nothing about, Trump told you it's two genders. Trump told you they can't teach that gay stuff in the school. Trump said that we're going to recognize Black history as a national holiday, the month of Black history. The schools got to acknowledge it. The teachers got to acknowledge it. The business got to, Trump said it. So how is Trump dismissing Black history out the schools? No, it's certain states that have a problem with it because you allowed the LGBTQ to hijack the slave movement, and you allow Jasmine Crockett to keep lumping you in with them. Every time she tried to say, every time she tried to protect these LGBT about them not being able to play in women's sports and not being able to go in women's bathroom, she can't even talk about them without mentioning slavery and the slave what we went through and lumping us in with that. They don't even talk about, the Democrat Party don't even talk about them without mentioning slavery and this what we went through as slaves, and they going through what we went through and this and that. So you get mad at the Democrat Party and you get mad at yourself for allowing it. Don't get mad at Trump, because Trump ain't even, he telling you it's two genders. He telling you we ain't with none of this stuff. Obama the one who ushered that in and made us accept that garbage. Obama did that. Biden and Harris doubled down on it. So why y'all mad at Trump? Why y'all not mad at the school of Satan who put their after school program to this kid's school, and they was able to because they said it was discrimination. Y'all allow every other religion. Y'all allow this. Wow, this is our religion, and we believe in this. Remember in that place where, remember the Christmas tree. Remember the Christmas tree. Remember they had a Christmas tree in one of these federal buildings in one of these states. I can't remember it. I try to. They had the Christmas tree, and remember, Satan. They complained. The temple of Satan complained and said, if we have a Christmas tree, if y'all putting a Christmas tree up in this, because you know they usually put Christmas trees in the federal buildings. All these buildings can have Christmas trees. Satan, Temple of Satan said, if y'all gonna put your Christmas tree, then we should be able to put our satanic tree up. And guess what? That's exactly what they did. They had a tree of Baphomet. They had Baphomet as a tree, and they had all the ornaments. They had a robe on them, and they had ornaments like that for Baphomet. So you had a Christmas tree, and you had a Baphomet tree. Trump didn't do that. Your Democrat Party allowed that. So why y'all, that's what I don't understand. Y'all mad at the wrong people. Y'all mad at the wrong people. You need to be mad at yourself, and need to be mad at the Democrat Party for hijacking your move, hijacking your our plight and lumping all these people in. You need to be mad at them. Don't be mad at Trump. Trump didn't have nothing to do with it. So I just, wanted to get some things straight. And she said, clock it. I just want to get some things straight and say that's why, certain things I just don't be bothered with, because people going to believe what they believe. They don't want to read. They hate Trump so much that they don't even want to listen to what Trump say. I'm just going to tell you the clear thing, like the dictator comment. Trump said, I'll be a dictator for a day. No, Trump just said, yeah, I'll be a dictator. They even cut the day part. He said, I'll be a dictator. Yeah, I'm going to be a dictator. What they do, they cut that little part. And they said Trump is going to be a dictator. Trump says he's going to be a dictator. Trump, out of his mouth, said he's going to be a dictator. That was all over. And now, as you can see, they still say, yeah, y'all dictator, all on Facebook, all on IG. Your dictator, yeah, y'all wanted this dictator. They took that one little clip and pushed that narrative. And everybody's ran with he's going to be a dictator. And they still spewing that to this day. Did none of them go and look at the entire clip? Didn't look at it in context. They wasn't going to, because that's how much they hate Trump. They don't even want to hear his voice. So the people who did that knew that you wasn't going to go do your read, that you wasn't going to go listen to that man in context. So they know they can keep fooling you and keep pushing the narrative on you that you would never wake up. They knew it. And you was going to keep hating this man. Now you was going to run with the dictator. They knew you wasn't going to go look at the entire clip. Other than that, they wouldn't have cropped it like that and clipped it like that. But they knew they was banking on your ignorance. They was banking on your hate for him, that you wasn't going to go do it. And then when you went and looked at the ones who wasn't that Trump deranged and said, hold on, let me just go see. Then they saw that they asked him, and he said, yeah, well, the Democrats, I don't care if they fight me or not. I don't care if the Democrats, because we know they won't open borders. But if I had to be a dictator for a day to close that border and not have a bipartisan bill, I don't need a bipartisan bill. I don't need. Sweetest Princess, thank you for the super chat. She said, hey, sister, can you please make me a moderator so I can remove those trolls? It's me, beloved. Okay, I haven't forgot about the screenshots from the message. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I can do that, beloved. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, my love, I'm gonna do that right when I'm gonna do that. I'll make you a moderator. So yeah. So soon as what I was talking about. I forgot what I was talking about. But what was I talking about, y'all? But soon. Oh yeah, dictator. And soon as, but what he was really saying, when you heard him in context, he was saying, yeah, I'll be a dictator for a day. Yeah, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna close the border, and I'm gonna drill, baby, drill. That's what he said. And he said after that, then we're gonna go back to being, but to close that border, I'm gonna do it on my own. Because I know the Democrat Party gonna hate, gonna fight me. I'm not gonna look for a bipartisan bill. I'm not gonna try to find no law, no bipartisan this. Wait till they make it a law. I'm going to do what I have to do to close that border. So if that's what means being a dictator for a day, that's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm gonna do that solely on my own. And guess what? If people would have looked at it, they would have agreed with that. Most people would have said, you know what? I agree with him doing. I agree with that. I agree. If he got to be a dictator for that day to drill and to close the border, I agree with that. But a lot of people was just too they was too hating Trump so much that they wouldn't even go look at that and learn for themselves that that man didn't say he was going to be a dictator, period. I'm just going to be a dictator. They just ran with that narrative and that one little clip, and people and the masses was fooled and didn't know that, hold on, let me just check. And didn't know that even if they checked, and they probably said, hey, I agree with that. I agree with that totally. But they didn't even give themselves a chance to even do that because they so hate Trump. That's what I'm saying. That's why, to those people, I just can't, it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, I just want to come over here and say that to you all, beloved. I'm going to make you a moderator. I do that. But anybody, why do you lie? So, yeah, so we get these people up out of here. Yeah, we're going to start put using time out. Let's do that. Yeah, we're gonna start getting these trolls up out of here. So yeah, that's what we at. That's what I wanted to talk to you all about. So I love you all so much. Like and share, please. Like and share. I'm going to start trying to do my lives on Tuesday and Sunday. Tuesdays I'm going to try to commit my lives to Tuesdays, definitely. So Tuesday around 6:30, every Tuesday at 6:30. Every Fridays we do Famous Fridays. So I maybe want to do maybe Thursdays, you all, but we have our town hall meeting Thursdays. So I can't, well, for sure Tuesdays and Sundays. Tuesdays and Sundays, I'm gonna make it my business. So you all will know that on Tuesday, Danny gonna be live, and on Sundays for sure, Danny gonna be live. And I'm gonna give y'all my other days, so you all will know that for sure she's gonna be live. So we can have some type of regular. I can have some type of regular lives that you all know when to come to the lives, and you all know, okay, Danny going live at this day, because we got to talk about, we definitely gonna have to be staying up on this 80 million, $830 million loan that they got to vote on. So we wasn't able to be at this council meeting that just happened Wednesday. So the good thing was it hasn't been voted on yet. So we have not been, we was gone at the White House. But now, so they're scheduling the next voting for the next city council meeting. So I will be going live there, and I will be showing you all, and we will be seeing how our aldermen's voting, because we do not want them to vote for no doggone $830 million loan, because we know Brandon Johnson is going to give it to his CTU people. We know because the broad is so broad. The loan just said infrastructure, this and that. And we know that the teachers union right now is trying to get a contract, and we know he's going to give that money to them. And we know that they're saying that they're in that $830 million loan, he's saying something like the schoolings. He's going to do something with the schooling. So that means he's going to get them to that CTU. That's because, those who he's bought and paid for back. So they gave him like 2.3 million to his campaign. So we're thinking that he's going to take that money and give a lot of that money to the CTU, because we know they stealing money like that. We know that he's going to take that money, and he's just trying to destroy the city. Because if your aldermen vote on that bill, that means that we're going to be in debt. Your kids going to be paying for this debt. That's what that means. Your kids will be paying for this. So ain't no way these aldermen should vote for it, and ain't no way we should go for it. So we got to put the pressure on these aldermen. You need to call your aldermen. Everybody who call your aldermen and tell your aldermen, do not vote on for that $830 million loan that he's trying to get. Tell them no, You do not want them to vote on that because you will be paying $2 trillion. Who takes out that much? Who takes out 830 million and then has to pay $2 trillion back? Who does that? This is dumb as this man is. Who does that? And 19 years is just paying the interest alone. Who does that? What type of stupid stuff is that? So please call your aldermen and tell them do not, because we're going to be paying for that man going to be gone. That man is going to be long gone. They stole half of that money and gave it to his friends, and we're going to be stuck paying for that. So please tell your aldermen, do not vote. Call them. Listen, voicemail. Leave it on voicemail. Listen, do not vote yes for that, that loan. If you do, I'm still already, we coming for those seats. Please call your aldermen and let them know. But I will be, I will be at the meetings. Hope you all can come too. I will post it. And I hope that we need to pressure these people not to do that. All right. So that's something else that I'll be coming talking about maybe Tuesday. When I go live, I'll be talking to you all. And I think about 6:30 this Tuesday, and we'll talk about that. All right. So anyway, I love you all. And let's always, y'all, I always got to give y'all salvation in the end, because, and then we're going to talk about that Tuesday too. I'm going to tell you all a little bit how people try to shame you and try to talk down to you, and how you have to follow God. So I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that Tuesday too, because that's, I need to tell you all some things, my testimony. So I'm going to talk to you all. But anyway, I love you all. If you're not saved, if you don't know if you're saved, if you don't know, please like and subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe. If you're not saved, then all you have to do is repent and believe and confess. That's it. Repent for your sins. Ask God to forgive you for your sins. Anything that you've done that you knowingly and unknowingly done and unknowingly, ask God to forgive you. Repent for those sins. And you got to mean it. You got to want to change. Then confess that Jesus is the Son of God. Confess that Jesus died for your sins. Confess that he rose with all power in his hands. You got to confess that. Then you got to believe in your heart that you are saved. Father God, I believe all these things that I confess, and I'm asking you to save me. And that's it. Repent, confess, and believe. Then just ask God that you want to tell him you want a personal relationship with him. Father God, I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. I want to know that when I hear your voice, I know it's you. When you say something, I want to know. I want to say, is that God telling me this? Or who told me? No, you want to know. You want to be able to hear his voice clear. Lord, I want a relationship with you. I want you to take all of me and give me all of you, so I can know how to move, which way to go, how you want me to move. It might be some things that you all are not sure about in the direction of your life. You don't know where you supposed to go. Some of you all think that you are stagnated. You don't know, because if you feel like that you're just in a place that you don't know where to go from here, and you feeling stagnated, and you're feeling like, and it's uncomfortable because you're used to knowing, where to go, the future, and how you're going to move. But at this point, God got you like, you don't know, and you're not in this place. That's good. God got you right where he wants you to. Just ask him, talk to him, and he will direct your path. Because sometimes when he keep you still, then it's because I need you to go over here. So I need you to hear from me, because I have a direction that I need you to go, and you got to hear clearly, because on that road is what I have you to do, and everything you need is on that road. So right now, you need to be still and hear from him. That's it. So if you're in that place, just pray, talk to God, and he's going to lead your way. So all things come together for our good. So anything that look like it's bad, anything that look like it may be the worst thing in the world, when all God used that, and it comes together for our good. So just trust him. Just know that he's going to take care of you, that he got you however way he leads you. If you trust him, he'll never let you down. because he's your father, and he got whatever he have for you is, what he's gonna provide. Whatever he have you doing, he's gonna provide on that road for you. So you can't worry about that. That's all. So I love you all. I love you all so much. Talk to your father. Talk to your father in heaven. He right there listening. He want to hear you. So love y'all. Be blessed. And I'll see you all Tuesday if it's God is willing. I'll see you all Tuesday, and we're gonna talk about some things. Like I said, more. We're gonna get more into that loan, and then we're gonna just talk about some more things that I think that you all need to know, and maybe it might encourage you all to go on the road if you scared, if you think you can't do it, you want to do something that you know that you have never done, that you're not comfortable because that's not what you do. Then maybe my testimony will encourage you when I talk to you all Tuesday. I love you all. I really love you all. And I'm praying for y'all. Please pray for me. And I'll see you all Tuesday. I'm thinking like 6:30, okay? Love you all. And I'm getting ready to make you let me see her doing it. Let's see. All right. All right. Bye bye. Love you all.